Shh. I'll get them in a little bit. Hello guys, it's me. I'm the Eating Juggernaut. I know it's been a long time, very long, since I've done a video, but I did get a request from a longtime subscriber by the name of Sabrina, who wanted me to do she wanted actually me to post a link on a app that I use to hey, what's up, Karate Joe? On an app that I collect my cryptocurrency on. And I said, you know what, I'll do you one better. I'll go live at about 8:45 California time, and I will post a video on it. So anyways, this video is going to be about cryptocurrencies and economics, sound money, stuff like that. So it has nothing to do with mukbangs or food. So, but anyways, if I can at least help one person out there, that'll be great. So anyways, in the thumbnail, the app that I use is Coinbase, and I'll go ahead and show it again. Oh yes, that's right, Karate Joe, I am going to be a father. Once more, for the third time. It's great. So, this is the app that I use, or one of the apps that I use. It's Coinbase. Go ahead and leave it on the screen for a little bit. Coinbase, where you buy and sell Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So, Sabrina, like I said, has shown interest and wants to know what's the on-ramp to get onto the cryptocurrencies. So one of the things, like I said, is you're going to have to sign up with Coinbase. It's very easy. This is a... Kratz had to stop and say that I'll have to go for a night. Say hi to everyone. All right, thanks for tuning in, Karate Joe. Coinbase is the first app that I use to get into cryptocurrencies. It's a very easy on-ramp. One of the things that this website or this app can do that most other exchanges can't is it has fiat pairings, which means you can cash out directly from your cryptocurrencies into whatever currency you guys use, and it gets direct deposited into your bank account, depending on which bank you use, and depending on the traffic that's going on with the exchange. Usually, oh, what happened? The car. Usually, within 24 to 72 hours.
Oh, maybe I'm gonna check for tape.
So, anyways, let's start with what exactly is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital money system that is created. It was created actually just 10 years ago. Bitcoin had its 10-year anniversary on the 3rd of January. And it was created by a person or organization by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto, which no one knows who that is. It's an alias used by, like I said, a person or a group of people. So what he did is December 31st, 2008, he released a white paper. Shh. He released a white... Aurora, go in the room. Go play in the room. You're too loud out here. Go. Go in the room, please. Go in the room. The white paper. White paper is basically it's a blueprint of what the product is supposed to be, what its purpose is, and it was about an 8-page white paper expressing what Bitcoin is and fast forward to January, about 3 months later, 2.5 months later, January of 2009, he released the said Bitcoins. And the thing with Bitcoin is this is not an actual Bitcoin. This is just a novelty item that I picked up, and I like it. So, Bitcoin, there will only be ever released 21 million into existence, which means it cannot be manipulated. It cannot be printed out to oblivion like all fiat currencies can. That's what inflation is. The definition of inflation is the printing of money and the extension of credit. So it can never be, it's in the code that there will never be more than 21 million ever made. So that in itself is very deflationary. It's not inflationary because you cannot manipulate that. So what happens is there's something called miners, just like there are miners for like gold mining, silver mining, copper mining. There's miners that what they do is they go and they go and they basically break codes or solve equations in this Bitcoin ecosystem. And once that equation is solved, that person, whoever solves it, gets paid in Bitcoin. So that's how Bitcoins are made into existence, is they have to be mined by miners that constantly solve the equations on the network. So, and for them, having their time contributed to the network, they get paid in Bitcoin. So that's how Bitcoin is created. It cannot be printed. It cannot be, people can't go in and say, oh, I'm going to add on to the 21 million in existence. It cannot be. So, with that being said, like I said, Bitcoin was created or came into existence in January 2009. It's only been in existence for 10 years. And within that time span, it is basically... Yeah, I got 3 people. It's basically went from 1 cent to almost cresting $20,000. Now that is ridiculous. Nothing in the stock market, nothing in finance history has ever gone up thousands upon tens of thousands, maybe even millions of percent, like Bitcoin has. And the reason Bitcoin was created, or in my theory, is because of the 2008 financial crisis. People were getting tired of the banking system, getting tired of all this inflation, getting tired of all this money printing, and they needed something else. So that something that rose from the ashes was Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, like I said, has gone up to almost 20,000. I think it was like $19,700 or something around there. Now, before I go any further, I want to express that this is my opinions. I am not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes only, and everything expressed in this video is just my opinion and my opinion solely. So, do not take this as financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I've learned in the 4 years that I've been studying economics and finance. So anyways, I do believe in... Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. The thing that Bitcoin rides on is called blockchain. It's blockchain technology. So basically, blockchain is an open ledger that's on the internet, or on that's digital, that everyone can see everything on. So every every buy and sell order, every 0.00001 of a Bitcoin that has been sent or whatever has been recorded on a blockchain. Nothing is behind closed doors like what banks do. So, and that's another thing too. Bitcoin can be divided all the way over to the 8th decimal point. So you could buy 0.0000001 of a Bitcoin. I did not know that at the time. I thought you had to buy a full Bitcoin. So that's one of the reasons why I don't own a full Bitcoin right now, is because I thought you had to buy a full Bitcoin. You don't have to do that. I do own other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is just one cryptocurrency out of like 2,500. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that is out there. It is the most trusted, and it has the potential to go very, very high. Now, if I can pull up a chart, let me see. I have my work phone. Hold on.
What? Okay.
Put it back.
Daddy, like, no.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to pull up a chart to show you what Bitcoin has done.
Can I say? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, I had a kitty. Hi, Ryan. You can go. Hi, Ryan.
Okay, so this is a chart of Bitcoin and its all existence. You can see, or most of its existence. I don't know how far back this chart goes, but you can clearly see in 2014 how low it was. Now that's a $5,000 barrier, 10,000, 15,000, and so on and so forth. So you could see from a period of, let's just say 2013 or so, all the way over to about 2017-ish, 2018, you can see that it stayed pretty much stagnant. Now that's the price against it. That's why it's not necessarily that the price of Bitcoin goes up. That's how inflationary the currency is going against said Bitcoin. So you can see as 2018 comes along, you can see it went shot all the way up from, you know, I don't know what this price must have been, maybe $300-400, all the way up to, well, this is, you know, this is a bad chart. I want to show you a more accurate one. Okay, here's a better chart. You can see how it shot all the way up to, what's the all-time high? See if I can get it on there. Well, you can see that it's over 18,000. It went up to like 19,700. Now, that is the Bitcoin price against the dollar or against the currency. So that's how inflationary currency is. Now, of course, you can see that it came back down. But if you zoom in, Bitcoin, that's called booms and busts. Booms and busts are what happen in the financial world is when things go up, it must come down. Now things can go up at a inflationary, at a parabolic rate, and what happens is if it goes up and the infrastructure isn't quite there yet, it is going to come down. Now a lot of people say, oh, see, Bitcoin, it's crashing, it's dead. It's not dead. Let me go ahead and show you. Bitcoin has a history of crashing about 85, 90%. So, in understanding that, you won't make a, shall we say, emotional decision, because a lot of people, what they do is they don't buy in. They don't buy into Bitcoin until it's going up at a high rate or at an all-time high. Then after that, then they decide to buy in, and then it crashes, and then they sell at a loss. Now that, my friend, is called emotional. You don't want to do that. That's something that a lot of retail investors do, which is what I am. Not a professional investor, but retail investors do, and they end up losing a lot of money. So in order to see into the future, you have to look into the past. So I've been studying a lot of charts over the years and stuff about Bitcoin. So I know that this is normal. It's normal for something to, or at least in Bitcoin, it's normal for it to go crash down to 70, 80, 85%. It's happened more than once. It's happened probably several times. So I'm not too worried about that. So let's see. In the beginning of 2017, Bitcoin was trading at about $800. At the end of 2018, it shot up to almost 20,000. So what you're going to want to do is, in my personal opinion, I think cryptocurrency has great potential. Now, a lot of people say, well, how do you know it's not going to go higher than that? Well, if you study, like I said, you have to look into the past to look into the future. If you study financial history, you'll see that there's such thing as called bubbles. Bubbles means that something that goes up at a higher rate and is held by a lot of people. It has to that's what it has to be. It has to be those two things to be a bubble. It has to be held by a lot of people and go up at a higher rate than what the average person can afford. Usually with bubbles is, if you look in history, past history, there is something called the .com bubble, which happened in about 2000, the year 2000, when all these tech companies came out. Now, I don't remember exactly what the amount was, but that bubble reached in the trillions of dollars. I want to say it reached at about maybe 15 trillion or so. That bubble reached about $15 trillion, and then it finally popped. Now, when Bitcoin boomed back when it hit 20,000, that market cap for all those cryptocurrencies only reached $700 billion. So if you do the math, 700 billion compared to $15 trillion. Bitcoin, for it to be anywhere near the size of the tech.com bubble, it would have to go up at least, 30 times? So, in my opinion, I think that Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market, has a lot of room for growth. Now, let's compare it also to the housing bubble. The housing bubble back in 2008, I should have looked up these numbers. That reached in the trillions as well. I want to say it hit about 12 trillion. So, but before that crashed. Again, $700 billion dollars in the cryptocurrency market compared to $12 trillion. That's another, 25 times. Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market is so small. it has a lot of room for growth. Also compared to the gold market cap. All the gold that's in the world above ground is set at about $8 trillion. Bitcoin right now is at about 130 billion as a market cap, the cryptocurrency market. When I say Bitcoin, I mean the cryptocurrency market. All the cryptocurrencies in the world are at about $130 billion market cap, compared to gold's $8 trillion. There is an exceptional room for growth there. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's, you know, almost 70 times, 80 times growth. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, has a lot of room to grow. Now, you can kind of, you know, throw figures out there. Bitcoin is sitting at about $4,000 today. Let's just be conservative and say it hits half or a quarter of what the gold market is, because Bitcoin's thing was to become a currency. Gold was a currency, or it was money back then. Not until 1913, when the Federal Reserve came to be, they started making not cryptocurrency, fiat currency. So that's when we started printing our own money. So let's just say, let's be conservative. Bitcoin gets a quarter of the market of gold. Put it, let's just say, $2 trillion. And Bitcoin right now is, or the crypto market cap is about 130 billion to 2 trillion. What is that? About 18 times. So let's just apply that to Bitcoin's price. So we'll just do 4,000. Now these are just numbers being thrown out. I will tell you, in my opinion, what I think Bitcoin has a potential to go to. 4,000 times, let's just say 18. So that puts Bitcoin just at a quarter of the gold market at $73,725, roughly. In my opinion, I think it can go much higher than that. I think that this is a price that Bitcoin will probably hit sometime between late 2019 to 2020. I've done my own research, I've done my own math, and I did my own chart analysis, and I came up with a Bitcoin price, comparing it to other things like stocks, Berkshire Hathaway, which is owned by Warren Buffett. Compared to his, I came up with a number of about $316,000 for Bitcoin. Will it hit that? I don't know. I think it has a potential and to go more. I think it has a potential to go past that, because that's how this cryptocurrency works. It's very deflationary. There will never be more than 21 million ever made. 21 million. How many people are in this world? 7.5 billion? That means there's not even enough for everybody to get 0.001 of a Bitcoin. You have one Bitcoin? Are you kidding me? You'll be set. So in order for it to take over the dollar, which means that Bitcoin's market cap, just Bitcoin, not the cryptocurrency, but the Bitcoin itself, to be worth more than the dollar, all the dollars that are printed in existence, Bitcoin would have to hit a price of about $250,000. And it can dethrone the dollar. I think it has the potential to go there. I think Bitcoin is at a ridiculous price right now. Like I said, right now it's about 80% down from its all-time highs. So that's about, Bitcoin is, I guess you can essentially say that it's at an 80% discount right now. And Bitcoin is just one of the cryptocurrencies that I own part of. I own other stuff like EOS and Litecoin, Ripple, Digibyte, Pillar Token. Now, back in, I think it was this time last year, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market did hit that boom, and within that boom cycle, I did make within that month almost 11 grand, 12K, and it was because of it's because the dollar was significantly dropping against the cryptocurrency market. So, um, like I said, my opinion, Bitcoin is so it's so new. Um, it's just there's a lot of things that are going on. I do research on this every day. There's something called the New York Stock Exchange, which is putting in licensing to start trading Bitcoin. New York Stock Exchange, if anyone doesn't know, is one of the biggest financial organizations in the world. And if it does that, that'll be mass adoption for Bitcoin. That means people who invest in stocks and who are hedge fund managers can start trading it, offering it to their clients, which are billionaires and millionaires of the world. Right now, they say there's about 50 million people in the world that are into cryptocurrencies. So 50 million compared to 7.5 billion. You do the math. That's like what? A fourth of a percent of the population. Could you imagine if maybe 1, 2, 3, 4% of the population were to get into cryptocurrency? That's how new it is. The price would skyrocket. It would be ridiculous. People would be dumping the dollar, dumping their... So what do I think of XRP? Oh, hey, what's up? I didn't see you there, Sarah. Sarah was in here. I didn't see her.
Carter?
Yeah. I wasn't getting any notifications. Huh. I don't know if you're still here, Sarah. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. So what do I think of XRP? At first, I did not like XRP. But if you go to 2017, XRP was a cryptocurrency that performed the best on a percentage basis. I will tell you, I will be 100% honest with you. I will be buying Ripple here next month. I think Ripple has the potential to outdo Bitcoin on a percentage basis.
You think you buy it?
An all-time high, Ripple at XRP did hit about almost $4, and that was just based on speculation that it was going to go on the Coinbase.
Sarah, do you want a waffle maker?
I don't even know if she's still on. That was like 15 minutes ago.
Oh.
That was solely based on speculation that it was going to hit Coinbase, the Coinbase exchange. I do think XRP, possibly, in my opinion, has a potential to go up to $10, just because XRP is a bank coin. They have a lot of partnerships with banks out there. XRP has the potential to maybe even dethrone Bitcoin as far as market cap. I think XRP is sitting at about 35 cents. Yes, I do think XRP is a good coin. I think it has a lot of potential. That I would recommend. Like I said, I am going to be buying some next month. One of my favorite coins out there is EOS. EOS. I have, I would probably say that's what most of my portfolio consists of. I think EOS has great potential. It's sitting at $2 and about 70 cents. It has gone up to about $25 at an all-time high. I do think that it has the potential to at least go up to $200, in my opinion, from what I've researched. But also, you want to be diversified. With cryptocurrency, I came across it on accident. No one told me about it, so I had no idea. That's why I didn't know you could buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. I found out about cryptocurrency in about late 2015. I didn't start researching it regularly until about 2016. I didn't jump into it until about 2017. So I researched it for almost 2 years before I actually did invest in it. One of the things, though, I did invest in before, and I love it, I can't get enough of it, is silver. Now, this is a 1 ounce silver round. My uncle actually got me this for Christmas. I thought it was really cool. I like it. It's 1 ounce pure fine silver. I do have a diversified portfolio. I do have silver as well. Yeah, the major transactions to take place. So you're on $25. Yeah, year-end $25. I mean, it could probably hit that. Are you? I'm assuming that you're invested in XRP, Nicole. I would say conservatively, I think XRP. I would be amazed if it doesn't hit at least $10 this year. Oh, great. Are you invested in any other coins, if you don't mind me asking? And how long have you been invested into XRP or cryptocurrencies? Because like I said, I didn't start investing until about a year and a half ago. But like I said, silver, I am diversified. So Bitcoin is or cryptocurrency is a highly speculative asset to invest in. And then I have my silver that I invest in as well, and that is my safety net. So if I lose all my money in cryptocurrencies for whatever reason, I have silver to fall back on. Now, I will tell you that I'm more leveraged in cryptocurrencies right now as I am in silver, which that's actually backwards, but I couldn't help myself with these prices going on right now. I would probably say right now my portfolio is about 70% cryptocurrency and about 30% precious metals. I am going to be buying some, depending on what the price is. Yes. Oh, okay. XRP, big time, BTC, EOS. Oh, okay. Oh, you're in some good ones, and silver. Very nice. Okay, XRP, yes. 80% crypto. Wow. Okay, you're a little bit more aggressive than I am with that. Okay, BTC. Can never go wrong with that. Oh, wow. So you got a you got a respectable portfolio. EOS, I do like EOS. Cardano, ADA, very good. Cardano has a lot of potential. Right now it's like at 4 cents. I think it hit, what did Cardano hit? Like $1.20 at an all-time high. Tron, I do have some Tron, even though I did trade some of my Tron and silver. Since 18 cents. Wow. So that that was even before I got into it. So what would that have been, like 2016 maybe? Time frame? That's actually a very nice portfolio. Bigger than my portfolio, I'll tell you that. But like I said, I mean, silver is awesome. I love silver. Silver is something you can touch, you can hold. You know, it's yours. Cryptocurrency is a very speculative asset. I am planning on buying a significant amount of EOS next month. I am going to buy some Ripple. The 3 cryptocurrencies that I'm looking to buy into here, and I'm watching prices, is EOS. I'm probably definitely going to buy EOS. I love EOS. I would say EOS probably is about 40 to 50% of my portfolio with my cryptocurrencies. Silver to gold ratio is currently Hey, what up, man? Hey, what up? up, well, I think the silver to gold ratio, I don't know if that was a typo or not, but it's a little bit higher than that. I think it's like I think you meant to say 81, 81 to 1. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm definitely buying some EOS. I know, long time no see, bro. I know. You know, I had a request from a subscriber to go on here and talk cryptocurrencies and, you know, how I got into them. And because, you know, you got to protect yourself out there, guys. I was like EOS at $4.95 sold. It at 19. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good profit right there. That's what, 300% profit? Almost, yeah. Oh yeah, cool. I was hoping you'd pop in too. But yeah, I am going to be buying some EOS. Depending on what the price is with Bitcoin, come when I buy it, I'll either attempt to buy a full Bitcoin, or I will break it up between Bitcoin, EOS, and XRP. Like I said, depending on it. I am looking. Okay, there is a price target that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. According to my analysis, I thought Bitcoin was going to crash down to 2,700. So that's what my target is to buy at. It got all the way down to, I think, 3,150. So I was pretty close. I think I needed about another 12%. Right now it's at about 4,000. So I'm thinking it might come back down again, but for a brief amount of time. Then I think it's going to not be off to the races, but I think sometime this year it'll probably pass its all-time high of 20,000. So my price target for me to start buying Bitcoin at an aggressive rate, I did cost average into Bitcoin at 4,200. I bought about a month, maybe a month and a half ago, and then I bought again at, I think, 3,700. So my next price target, like I said, to trigger that buying urge in me, I want to see a $2,700 Bitcoin. Oh, hey Angel, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be a millionaire. Hey, you probably, yeah. Hey, at the rate that you're going, Nicole, yes, you will. Stick to that XRP. I think XRP is where it's at. I mean, even Will, you can go ahead and get in on this too. You know your stuff too. She said, hi, Chica. So, yeah, my price target for, have you read on the Ethereum price? Yeah, I have. I don't know what's going on with Ethereum. Ethereum had a very slow year last year. Now they're getting some things together. I think they just released, didn't they just do an upgrade? What was it? Something just came out with Ethereum. Enlighten me, Will. I forgot. Shit. It wasn't Raiden. It was something else. So yeah, it was something. I don't remember what it was. But here's my initial investment was I remember my initial investment when I first got into cryptocurrency is I bought 7.1 Ethereum at $265. That was when I first got into cryptocurrency. Right now, the thing with Ethereum is Ethereum went up all the way up to $1,400. But there was no, I think Ethereum will be here for a long time, but I don't think it's going to maintain itself as being the second or in the top three of cryptocurrencies, because at that time when Ethereum came out, there was no competition. There was no Cardano, there was no EOS, there was no Tron, you know, there was no Neo, no Tezos. So in my personal opinion, I think Ethereum has a lot of competition. I think a lot of people are gunning for that. So Ethereum is going to have to step it up, because in my personal opinion, I love I like EOS. EOS is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies out there. I did notice that Ethereum did go up. I think it like a couple of weeks ago it was like in the 90s, 98, $95, and now it's stuck at what, 150. What is your favorite crypto, Will? If you don't mind me asking. Now, when Will is answering that, you have to protect yourself. I know where Sabrina lives. I think she said in Argentina. They've suffered and they've had inflationary problems over there. Okay. And I strongly urge you to, if you can't get into cryptocurrency, because I know different countries have different regulations with that, but if you cannot get into cryptocurrencies, you need to buy sound money, silver. You know, in some countries where it's been very hyperinflated, that a single ounce of silver can buy you several months of food. I like Factum a bit more. Oh, you know, I've heard of Factum. I haven't really done my research on it. What number coin is that? Do you know? Is it like in the top? Well, it wouldn't be in the top 20 because I don't recognize it too much. Maybe like in the top 50? Top 100 maybe? What number coin is that? I might look into that. I'm kind of curious. I wish I could understand the subject, but I will say I enjoy listening to the... Oh, well, thank you. No, but I mean, is it what number coin is it in the cryptocurrency market cap? Like, you know, like Litecoin is like number 7. Bitcoin is obviously number 1. Ethereum number 2. XRP number 3. What number coin is it in the market cap? What was I gonna say? So, I mean, this will never go to zero. This has been money for thousands of years, 5,000 years. You know, they say, let's do an experiment here. You have a $100 bill in your hand. Let's pretend this is an ounce of gold. It's not. But just pretend it's an ounce of gold. And let's say it's 100 years ago. In 17 or $7.70. Okay. Just say that this is 100 years ago. You have a $100 bill. $100 bill 100 years ago could buy you what? I mean, it could probably buy you a lot of groceries, a lot more gasoline. I think a car back 100 years ago, I think Ford was releasing cars for like priced at $800. So you get the picture. $100 could buy you a lot of money. I mean, that was probably a week's pay for people back then. Or, you know, maybe a half a week or something. Could buy a year subscription to Blockbuster. Yeah. So, and then you have an ounce of gold. Now, an ounce of gold back then was, I think it was between $20 and $30 an ounce. So, you have that $100, you have that ounce of gold. You put it in a drawer. Come back 100 years later. What can that $100 buy you now? What, a half a week of groceries? Maybe fill up your tank, and that's about it. 27 an ounce. Okay, yeah. So Will knows. What can an ounce of gold buy you? Now, an ounce of gold is, you know, $1,400 an ounce, $1,350, something like that. Could buy you a heck of a lot more than that $100. They say gold withstands the test of time, because back then, in 100 years ago, 1913, 1915, 1920s, an ounce of gold could buy a man a suit, a decent suit. What can gold buy you now today? You can still use that same ounce of gold, go to a Men's Warehouse or something and get yourself a decent suit with it. You can still buy, the gold has the same purchasing power as it did 100 years ago. You cannot say the same for the dollar. The dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. That's why people say, oh, what was $100 worth back then? Well, it was worth 97% more than what it's worth now. So You know, and same with silver. Back in 1991, when silver hit its all-time high, it leveled out at about almost $50 an ounce, like $49 and like 70 cents or something. 1,000 ounces of silver, which in today's market would be roughly around what, $16,000. But 1,000 ounces of silver back in the 1980s, 1981, could buy a single-family home. 1,000 ounces. Now, I'm not gonna say how much I have. I don't have 1,000 ounces, so don't worry about that. But what I'm saying is, the silver stack that I have, if that same inflationary action happened today with the economy collapsing, that's just bored. Let's just say, theoretically, I could put down a decent size down payment on a house should that inflationary environment happen. Let's just put it that way. Let's just say I would have a low mortgage. Very low. Just with my silver. Not including my cryptocurrencies. So
You guys just let me out of my misery.
So it is, I mean, history does repeat itself. 66.1. Oh, okay, market cap. Okay. So maybe 66.81 million. So it, judging by that market cap, what is it? Probably in the top 50 coins, maybe? Top 60? Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's just my silver. Now, that's why you have to be diversified. Now, I have been, even though I've only been in cryptocurrencies for about a year and a half, I have been investing in silver since 2015, early 2015. So almost 4 years. So now I have converted some of my silver into cryptocurrencies. Someone want to say hi? What?
Who's all in here? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Who's Will Carver?
I just one of our longtime subscribers. He's one of the ones that's interested in this.
Want me to show? You want me to go in?
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey guys, it's Ashley Heels.
How are you?
How was I introduced to this? I'll tell you one thing. Let's backtrack a little bit. Before that, we had gone through our struggles, our financial struggles. I'll be honest with you. It was actually
Got nice dishwater on my belly.
it was actually pretty difficult. I did not want to live that way. We finally, you know, from the help of family members, we were able to get out of there. At that time, I took a pay cut from my job. We had just had 2 babies. Ashley wasn't working. Formula and baby food and diapers was killing me. So I came across, I'm a big History Channel fan. And one of my favorite shows is Pawn Stars. You can actually go and Google this if you want to go on YouTube. You can look up this episode that I'm talking about. And one of these episodes that was on was this guy coming in with a whole bunch of silver. 3,000 ounces to be exact, or a little over 3,000. And he went in there and he said that his dad had taught him to invest. And I think he said that on those 3,000 ounces of silver, he spent about 10 or 11,000 on them. And when he sold it to Rick in the pawn shop, this was back in 2011 when it hit its all-time high, he was able to walk out of there with like $115,000. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow. Silver has that potential to do that. I said, I want to do that. I said, that would be awesome. I mean, I gotta look into this. I gotta research this. I gotta find out everything I need to know about this. I gotta study what is silver. I gotta study. I wanna know how this guy did this. I wanna know where to buy it. I wanna know how much it costs. I wanna know how to test it, whether it's fake or not. I want to know everything silver inside and out. And from there on in, and that was in late 2014, I was like in November of 2014, I ate, breathed, slept silver, finance. I just studied it and studied it. I fixated on it. I was like, I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to look into this. I want to have something to show for. I want to leave my family with something in case something does happen to me. I don't believe in our government. I believe that taxation is theft, and I don't want to be solely relying on a inflationary system such as the U.S. dollar. I don't want banks, deciding when I can pull out my money, how much I pull out my money at one time. You go to a bank, you try and pull out $10,000, you see how easy that is. I want to be in charge of my own finance, my financials. So I just studied it and studied it inside and out, night and day, hours upon hours. I like I said, for the past 4 years, like, I fixated on this, and it was that important to me to have financial freedom. And I haven't looked back since. And that was about 4 years ago. And then I came across a cryptocurrency video accidentally on YouTube, and the rest is history. But silver, precious metals, I mean, it's awesome. Just to hold it in your hand, to know that what you're holding is true wealth. These are heavy. This isn't light. I have, like I said, I have a lot of bars. I have larger denominated bars, and I love it. And if I had to guess, I probably study finance and read on it and listen to videos and all this other stuff on it. Probably around, I'm not joking, weekends is my time off because that's my time with my family. But Monday through Friday, when I'm at work, I probably study or listen to finance and all this other stuff about 5 to 7 hours a day. And I'm not joking. That's all I listen to. All. I don't listen to music or anything when I'm, I of course listen to music when I'm in the car, but I put on headphones and I listen. I listen to technical analysis. I listen to monetary history. And, you times that by 4 years, I've definitely, I've learned a thing or two. Now, I would, in my personal opinion, I don't believe in fiat currencies. I believe in sound money, gold and silver. I do believe in cryptocurrency because I think cryptocurrency, or blockchain technology is the best, in my opinion, the best invention since the light bulb. It's Internet 2.0. And, it's great. It's, you do your research on electricity. Back when kerosene was the thing. When the light bulb came around, people just shunned it off. They said, oh no, it'll never work. It's dangerous, it's this, it's that. Before you knew it, everyone's using electricity now. Same with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is so small. Only 50 million people in the world are invested in this. You know what potential this has? And I think I'm very fortunate to come across it. And I've cashed out a little bit here and there. My portfolio compared to most people probably even in the financial world is minuscule compared to it, but I've been able to, there's been times where I've made more money in cryptocurrency in a month than I make in my job. I've been able to fund Vegas trips just by cashing out on a fraction of my portfolio, all paid for, the whole Vegas trip for the weekend. I've been able to, so I haven't really sold much of my silver. I do trade in, I do convert some of my silver, I sell it, and then I put it in cryptos. Like I said, my portfolio right now is probably about 70-30. My son is in college for accounting and marketing. He is consistently or constantly thinking like you, oh, you making these video opens your eyes to this as well. You know, if you guys do yourself a favor, if you guys are interested in this, I'm not saying this is probably boring compared to a lot of people, but if you guys have Netflix, there's a video on there called Banking on Bitcoin. It was made last year when Bitcoin was in the midst of its boom. Watch that. You'll understand Bitcoin a little bit easier. Watch it. Let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna leave this video up. You watch it if you want to. I've watched it several times. It's a good intro to what it is.
Let's talk about interesting things like being a dad is free.
That's why I do this. It's called Banking on Bitcoin. So just go to Netflix, watch Banking on Bitcoin, watch it. Comment in this video. Let me know what you thought about it. I'll respond. Who knows if, because I have a lot of information that I want to get out. And all it takes is for one subscriber to request, like Sabrina, and I'll go ahead and do a video. But yeah, it's called Banking on Bitcoin. Watch it. It's about an hour and a half, maybe hour 45 minutes.
Damn you, Sabrina.
Oh, you found it, Angel. Watch it. It's very interesting. Bitcoin is probably a little bit more, I guess, mature than when that was made because a lot of infrastructure has been made since then. But it gives you the basis on what Bitcoin is, how it was. Just watch it and tell me what you think. Maybe even after that, maybe just, I don't know, YouTube, go into YouTube and just put, what is Bitcoin? I mean, there's a million videos out there. Just maybe watch 1 or 2 videos on it, have an idea of what it is. And like I said, if you want to get into it, I don't know how it is in different countries, but in the States, you go to Coinbase and it just asks you, certain questions. You have to show your ID. Because it's part of your know your customer law. You have to take a picture. You enter your bank account information. Don't worry, it's not a scam. I've been using it for a long time. I'm not trying to promote anything. I do not get a cent if you guys join Coinbase or not. But that's just the one that I use. It's an easy on-ramp. I'll even show what it looks like. A lot of people say, oh, it's just scam. He's just trying to do that so he can get money. I'm not even putting up a link to click on so I get credit for it. Just go do it if you choose. And this is what it looks like. And then you attach your bank account to it, and you buy $10, $20, $30 worth of Bitcoin and just let it sit there. You'll be amazed. That's it right there. Coinbase app. Buy and sell Bitcoin, among other cryptocurrencies, but that's the number one. That's what it looks like. And when you do cash out, it does take, depending on your bank, depending on what the traffic is on this exchange, because sometimes it can get bogged down. It does take anywhere from about 24 to 72 hours. So it could be in your bank as early as the next day. And yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And yeah, if you could just do me a favor, Angel, if you can watch that, since you found it, and just, I'm not saying, watch it tonight or whatever, watch it whenever you can. And then let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. And maybe if you have any questions about it, I can ask or answer them best to my knowledge. And just let me know what you think. Because like I said, I've watched it several times. But it's awesome. If I can help just one person out, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's just great. Like I said, maybe even Google or YouTube, you know, how to open up a Coinbase account. Very easy, very simple, very user friendly. Like I said, put $20, $30, $40. Put your coffee money in there, your cigarette money in there if you smoke or whatever. A little money that you would normally spend on, you know, things that you don't need for the month. Put it in Bitcoin. See what it does. Just leave it there. You may be amazed. So anyways, guys, I've been on here for about an hour. That'll conclude this video. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll try and answer them to the best of my knowledge. Again, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is my opinion, and my opinions only expressed in this video. Do your own research. This is only meant for educational purposes only. And in my opinion, I'm just sharing what I do with my money and things that I truly believe in, because I'm not telling you, or, you know, I'm basically not sharing with you anything that I'm not doing or I wouldn't do with my own money. I will be honest with you, since the crypto market has crashed, I have lost about 80% of my portfolio standings. But, like I said, it's booms and busts. It has the infrastructure. It did not have the infrastructure back then. It does now. The New York Stock Exchange is looking to get into cryptocurrencies. Big banks like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Chase, they're all looking to get these patents for that. You need to look into that. Don't do what they're telling you, saying that cryptocurrency is a scam, all this other stuff that you hear on the news. Do what the smart money, the billionaires are doing. Do what the institutional investors are doing. They're getting ready to invest in this, and it's going to explode. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll try and do another video like this if it's requested again. Thank you, Angel. And Angel says bye.
Bye, Carol.
And let me know what you think about that banking on Bitcoin. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll leave this video up. Have a good night, and make sure you take advantage of your own finances and be safe out there. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.